Hey guys, welcome back to Ken's Chop Shop. Today I'm gonna make a quick but fast video, I guess. I know I showed a lot of detail when I was, or not a lot of detail. I showed a lot of stuff when I was building the mezzanine, putting the plywood up and stuff on the walls, but I didn't show like up close detail. And I had a few people ask me some questions that I probably could have showed some better detail on. I don't know that I'm gonna get the best detail on this, but I'm gonna try to make this a short, but I guess a little more in-depth on how I'm doing certain things with framing up this wall. So like I did on the back walls, it's hard to see, but like how I've got on the back wall going around, I'm going to do the same thing like this, but not all the way up on this lower 8 foot all the way around the garage. I already cut my top and bottom sill plates, and I'm going to start measuring just to double check the stud height. And so anyway, I'm going to measure the studs real quick just to make sure everything's the same going through. It's probably not going to be the same because when we put these in with these wall girts in, I forgot to put a 2x4 brace in the middle to stop them from rolling down, so the gravity kind of made that front edge roll down a little bit. So when we screwed it, like if you look at my screw line, this one's not too bad, but the screws are in the middle, and then as they get down, they get a little bit closer to the top, so it's only down maybe 1/4 of an inch at the most. But some of the metal had more of a twist to it than others. Like I remember one of the ones in the back wall back there had more of a twist than this one looks like it does. This one doesn't look too bad either. They seem to follow pretty much the same screw pattern. I don't know if you can see them, but these screws that are up here, they're kind of, we pre-drilled all the panels, so the screws should stay straight all the way across because we did it level. But because I forgot to put a brace in here because we were just moving so fast. And it was one of those things I knew I needed to do it. But then when we got to that point of doing this stuff, I could only be so many places at one time, and being up on the lift trying to get the insulation help drop down over the walls, I just forgot to do that stuff. There was just too much going on, and I get distracted easy, so I forgot to do that. So I'm going to double check the stud heights for this wall here. And then I'm going to go ahead and start cutting the studs. And then I cleared this area in the garage, moved all the crap I had stacked up against the wall already. Cleared all that out, so I'll measure the heights, cut all my studs, and then lay my wall out, build it. And I think I'm going to take these tensioning cables down so I can stand the wall up in it, because the wall, the top wall plate's going to go inside of here, and the plywood inside of here, and the plywood's going to run up past the wall girt. And if you can see, I don't know how well you can see it, but these cables, there's 4 inches between the cable and the wall girt, so these cables are in my way. So I may take them loose, put the wall up, or take one side loose, put the wall up, one side of the wall up, tighten it back up, take the other side loose, put it up, and just, I don't know, we'll see. But I'll show you that stuff when I get to it. That's what I'm gonna try to do. Skippy was over here earlier and helped me get some stuff cleaned up, get some of the stuff moved out of the way. And but over the next couple days, I'm gonna try to get all this stuff framed up. And then I'm gonna run all my extra electrical boxes, switch out these boxes to ones with the brackets on the side of them, so I can mount them to the studs. And also part of me starting on these walls is, I don't know if you can see, I got the template on the wall for the first Mr. Cool mini split. So I was gonna start putting that up, but I'm like, I'm gonna wait, because that one's gonna go there, and then the second one's going right here. So I want to get the wall framed up. This is the power for it. here. I want to get the wall framed up and at least put this piece of plywood on, or maybe the first 2 pieces of plywood on, so I can mount that indoor unit also, and then get both of the indoor units up. And because they have 25-foot align set on them, I want to bring this one through the, this one I want to bring through the wall and down and across to this middle somewhere. And then same thing with this one. I want to put this one on the wall, come down the wall on the outside, and then come across to the middle and put both outdoor units in the same, side by side on the wall there. And then this power supply can get shortened up and run out the wall there. And same thing with that coil of wire there. That's the other one. I can run both power supplies through the wall and get that pre-wired before I sheet this whole wall in. That way I can get all the rest of the electrical stuff done and just be done with that. Same thing, and I want to add extra, just like I did on the back wall. I'm going to add extra outlets, and I'll show you that stuff when I get to it. But I'm going to quit flapping my gums, and I'm going to start framing this stuff up. I'll show you when I get to certain points, like where once I get all the studs nailed together and that wall is done, I'll stop and I'll show you, I'll take it off a time lapse, and I'll show you, more up close of me actually anchoring it to the floor and how I anchor it to the wall plate or to the wall girt. And then we'll go from there. But all right, I'll see you in a little bit. You ever do something stupid and then realize afterwards that you were doing something stupid that you should have been paying attention to in the first place? I just did that. I don't know why. I didn't even look at the tape measure right. I found where my my first sheet was going to start against this side of this beam, but my plate doesn't start there, so I measured out and found my 4-foot mark so I could mark 4 foot. And then the first couple, for some reason, instead of marking 16s on center, at the red marks, I'm not sure why, but my brain decided to mark every 12-inch mark. So I marked all of them earlier, 12 inches on center, and I started dropping these studs in place, and I'm like, man, why are they so close together? And then I realized, man, you're stupid. And so now I flip the board over and I'm gonna go back and mark them 16 on center this time. And I've already cut all the studs that I needed to do 12 inches on center, so I got way too many now. But that's fine, they'll work for the next wall. I'm gonna go ahead and remark this and then transfer my marks to the top and bottom plates, and then I'll start laying this wall out and building it. But yeah, I can't believe I did that. I can believe it. I do a lot of stupid shit. That's what I get for trying to be in a rush, trying to make this, do this whole thing fast. But that's when you fuck up. So that's what I did. I fucked up. But I'm gonna fix it. Luckily I called it before I started nailing stuff together. I mean, obviously I could tell it was they were too close together when I started laying them on the ground, but it didn't register until I started laying more of them down. I'm like, man, this just does not look right. But anyway, I'm gonna fix that. I'm gonna redo the layout. Then I'm gonna throw these studs, transfer the marks from top to bottom sill, and get everything laid out on the floor and start nailing it together. And I'll come back to you when I'm doing that. All right, bye. All right, I got everything. All right, I got it all nailed together now. It's in 2 sections, and before I take these cables loose, I'm gonna see if I can slip one section past the cables first. I might be able to. We'll see. I'm gonna set you back on the tripod, and we'll see if I can slide one of these walls past it. If I can, I'll slide it in, and then maybe try to slide the other one in. That way I don't have to take these cables down, because I mean, it's not that hard to do, but if I don't gotta mess with it, I don't gotta mess with it. And I'd rather not, because most likely the little these little things, these little pieces here have a little notch on the inside of them, on the back side, that key it into the hole to stop it from pushing down. And I know if I loosen this cable up, of course I got paint all on it too, so it's going to make it more fun. But if I loosen these cables up, I'm going to probably have to get back up in the air to hold those in place, and I really don't want to mess with that. So I'm going to try to slip this wall in behind it. You can watch me struggle, but here we go. Yeah, you can watch me struggle. It's not gonna work because they come down on such an angle. I can't get it far enough down the wall without both sides of the cables binding up on the wall, pinching the wall. So I'm gonna have to at least take one of them off. All right, as you can see, I struggle with it a little bit. I had to loosen the cables, but I got the first wall in. I haven't attached it yet, but what I'm going to do is, well, I'm going to drill some holes along this top plate, or the wall girt, so I can run some wood screws down through the metal into the 2x4 on the top, and I'm going to get the 2x4 flushed up with the face of the metal. That way, once I'm done, I can take, I've got a string line that I marked on the floor, but it's not perfect. So what I'm going to do, it's not exactly accurate because I just hooked it on the inside edge of the beam. But what I'm going to do is, once I've got the top completely anchored, I'm going to put my level on it, my 4-foot level on the wall, and knock the bottom in or out to level it, to level the wall up. I'll come back with the shot driver and shoot some nails into the concrete to hold that in place. All right, I got the whole top screwed on, and now I'm going to use this. This is the cheapest one I could find, but it's a Ram Set Power Fastening System shot hammer. I can't remember, it was like 30 bucks or $30 or $40 at Home Depot. And it just uses like a little 22 cartridge. I don't know if you can see it. Little 22 cartridge to shoot the nails, and I'm using 2.5-inch nails. I'm gonna set the tripod up and put these earmuffs on, just because being so close to the wall, yeah, I'm not really interested in having this blast in my ear. So I'm gonna go ahead and set the tripod up and let it record just live action, not time lapse. But I'm gonna put these like probably every other stud bay, but you'll see what I'm doing. All right, let me set this tripod up, and then I'll start setting them in. Let's see. So we'll check this wall for level again. This Gotta go in just a touch. Alright, so that one's level enough. I'm gonna go ahead and shoot a nail in here. Ugh. This thing you load one of the little 22 shells in, and put the nail in there. Let me put these earmuffs on real quick. And you just push down real hard on it and give it one good hit. Ah, damn it. Or not. Try that again. I don't know if you could even see it. I probably didn't have it set good enough where you could see it, but that's the end result there. I'll set it up a little closer. See, so that's the next bay. Let's see. Can you see that? Yeah, so you'll be able to see that one. Let me do this next one. Let me check the wall for level again. It's got to come out. Easier said than done. Shit. Now let's see if I can get it level. I had to get a 2x4. I had to get a 2x4 to push this wall out some. It just needs to go in just a touch now. Let's see. Perfect. All right, so here we go. So load the little 22 cartridge in there, close it up, load your nail in like that. Let me put these earmuffs on real quick. Just push down on it and a quick, fast, straight tap down. And that's it. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and put you back on time lapse and shoot the rest of these in there, get the wall leveled up and shoot them in. And but I just wanted to show a little closer view of how that's done. I mean, I know most of y'all doing this probably know how to do that, but I'm sure somebody watching has no clue. So maybe it helps them, maybe it doesn't. And you know, like I said, I do stuff the way I know how to do it. There may be other ways, there may be a better way, there may be a right way, but I'm doing it the way I've known how to do it, and that's it. Anyway, all right, I'm gonna put it on time lapse, finish this up, and I'm not gonna show much more in this video. I'll show you when I add the electrical boxes onto this wall. You know, I'm gonna do the whole, you know, I'm gonna do the walls all the way around. And then, you know, and then I'm gonna move all that shit and do those walls too. But there's no need for me to make a whole video of all that. I don't need to make a bunch of time lapse showing the same shit over and over again. I'm going to show you the rest of framing this wall up, and which I'm almost done, and I'll come back after I'm done with that, and I'll show, you know, where I'm at in my electrical boxes, and you know, roughed in the rest of the wiring for that, and that's it. I may not come back to this video until I've got all the rest of the walls done and the electrical roughed in, and ready to put the plywood up. I'll show you a couple little bits of doing that, and then it's done. I'm not going to show a ton of detail. There's not going to be a ton of extra time lapse. Yeah, there's no need for it. Yeah, anyway, that's it. All right, I'll see you in a little bit. I lied. I'm going to show you my biggest problem with this Ramset hammer, and that's maybe 1 out of every 10, maybe 1 out of every 15 of the casings gets stuck in the chamber. I don't know if you can see that. See? Gets stuck in there. And the way some of them, I've been lucky enough to be able to just take a knife and poke the edge and pop out of there, but you know, most of them I haven't. Yeah, it's kind of a pain in the ass. But yeah, I just wanted to show you that. I'll probably struggle with this for the next 10 minutes. It seems like about how it usually goes. But I just wanted to show you that. I don't know if y'all noticed, I kept rubbing my head while I was doing that, putting that, screwing that top on. But I felt a spider web run down the back of my ear and down on my neck. And you know, once you feel like you got a bug on you, even though it's not on you, like even now thinking about it again, I feel like I got a damn little spider crawling around all over me, and it's driving me nuts. But anyway, so that's why I kept rubbing my head. Well, I'm still doing it now. I'm thinking about it again. I'm doing it again. But yep. All right. I'm gonna fight with this and put you back on time lapse. All right, so I guess one of the things that I guess I should have been doing with that shot hammer was oiling it a little bit. I mean, it is a gun, basically. I never oiled it, so it's probably partly my fault that they weren't, it wasn't ejecting the casings. I took it apart and cleaned it up a little bit and lubed it. Not with the right lube, I'm sure. I just sprayed some WD-40 in it, and that's why it was smoking a little bit more on those first few shots after I fixed it. But when you pull it all the way down now, that it actually ejects them like it's supposed to. Sometimes you have to do it a second time, but anyway, that was probably just because I'm an idiot and I don't read instructions on nothing, and I take all the tools for granted, and think they just last forever right out of the box without ever doing any maintenance to them. But anyway, besides me being an idiot, it's lubed up, works great now. We'll see how long that lasts. Everything is nailed down and screwed to the top. I'm going to go ahead and turn these outlets off. Well, I'm going to turn this one off. Actually, I'm going to turn both of them off because I'm going to change the boxes. I'm going to reroute this 121 through the holes in the wall girt so I can get a little more space to put it, put them back on the wall properly on this stud. And I'll mount the welder outlet in a different box also. Probably won't do that today. But so I'm going to mount those. I'm going to also, when I open this one up to change the box, I'm going to piggyback off of it and run one, maybe two more outlets in this wall, kind of like I did in those back walls where I put, you know, I put one or two extras like that. The one in the corner, I took the one in the corner and ran two more off of it, and the one that was on the wall there, I did one more. I don't know what I did, but I'm gonna add extra outlets. So same thing going on these ones. So I'm gonna take I'll take this outlet and add. So I'll probably do so this outlet is also, this outlet's also supplying the power to go back up to the door, to the operator for the door. So I probably won't add anything to that one, but I'll probably take this one and do one more outlet on this wall, and then maybe do one here, and then I'll take that one and do, I don't know, I'll figure it out. I'm gonna split them up, so regardless, they're 20 amp circuits, and if I put 3 receptacles on one, or three quad boxes on one, it's fine. I'm not gonna be plugging 3 or 4, you know, 3 grinders in or 2 grinders in at the same time. I'm not gonna be pulling anywhere close to 20 amps on any one of these circuits at the same time. So I'm gonna add the extra outlets and stuff to that probably tomorrow. Well, I probably won't, I lied. I'll probably build these other, at least these other walls here tomorrow, and then I'll come back and do all the electrical in this section, and then once I do that, then I'll come back, show you all that real quick, and then the next time I come back will be well, I'll probably do a video separately for installing at least one of the mini splits, just to show how I do it, see what kind of problems I run into, and then I'll come back to this video to show me putting the plywood up real fast. You know, I'll show you what I do on a sheet or two for cutting the outlets, and then I'll end this video. There's no point in making it real long. I've said that 10 times already, so I'm not gonna keep saying it. All right, hope you all enjoyed. I'll be back on this in a little while. Well, in a second for y'all. Probably another day or two for me. All right.